Yeah, y'all, you already know what it is. Yours truly back with another exclusive episode of ROC Solid Podcast. Yo, listen, this one right here is special because I watched this brother come up in the game along with myself. He was definitely one of my peers spitting. One of the guys I listened to and was like, ain't no fucking way he that nice. I gotta go in the crib and burn these niggas. How these niggas all from the Bronx and Harlem get this nice? What the hell are they eating up there? I watched this man transition not only from one of the best spitters in hip hop, but doing the major service for the community that we need. And I definitely invited my brother here. Yes, let's welcome Mysonne to the building. What's up, my brother?
Bleek, what's happening?
How you doing, man? Yo, first before we start, I want to just say, I want to apologize to the whole activism community, everybody that's pushing the culture, moving the community forward. My words might have been taken the wrong way. I might have said them the wrong way because I definitely didn't mean fuck activism. That's what we need. We wouldn't have greats like Malcolm X and all other greats we have like Martin Luther King and everybody else you haven't read about in the history books. My thing was fuck selective Jay-Z activism. That was my words, because the homie I was speaking to, I think his name is Mousy or Mouse, he had me hot, Mice.
I seen, yo, and that's why, I went on the post and I seen it, and people send you everything, especially because, they want to cause the conflict. When I seen it, I'm like, I know Bleek, and I could tell that there's a level of frustration.
Oh, I was at the boiling point.
It's frustration, and I know being part of Rockefeller, I'm not even part of Rockefeller, and people act like I'm part of Rockefeller, so, you know what I'm saying, I'm supposed to get paid, so I know the frustration, and I'm listening to you, and I'm like, nah, Bleek don't mean that. It's just a level of frustration, and he's saying, fuck everybody that's going that Jay. I'm tired of niggas going, that's my big bro right there.
And that wasn't my point. Like, what it was, it's like, first of all, I haven't done interviews in a minute. Like, since I got my own podcast, I haven't been sitting down with anybody because I felt like any point I wanted to get across, I say it here. But being that I had music out, we just shut down Yankee Stadium. I went up there. I had no clue they was going to throw in the Target, the Kaepernick. So, my natural defense mechanism always going to kick in when it come down to my homies. I'm going to defend first and think later. You know what I'm saying? And then when I sat back and watched it, I'm like, damn, Bleek, you could have said that a little different. Could have said this a little different. That's why I definitely, when you reached out, it's like, Mice is the perfect person to bring up here so I could speak my truth and let people know, that was out of anger and that's not what I think. I'm all the way behind what you doing. Like, y'all been at the front line for every movement we had out here, man. Anything that been going down in our community, you've been on the front line. And me, from a fan's perspective of watching you rap, I want to know, like, what was the transition? What inspired you to even, like, be like, yo, I'm this is what I'm going to do?
I mean, I think for me, it was just actually being involved in multiple facets, right? Being in the streets, being incarcerated, coming home, just understanding the seriousness of what we're dealing with. I think first it started with being incarcerated and knowing how many of us in those cells, especially young Black and Latino men, right? And it was like, you know what? I've been in the streets and I know how they have tricked us, and we brought into the wrong thing. So I wanted to come home and change that narrative.
Yes.
And tell these kids the truth about what's going on, right? They got a whole structure that is designed to keep us inside of themselves and keep us, away from anything that's positive. So that's why when we talk about activism and we have these conversations about activism, and a lot of people don't really understand the whole level of activism, and that's what I was trying to tell. I'm like, Bleek is not coming from a perspective of he's saying fuck activism. He's coming from a perspective of people who are being attacked, especially when you in the line. I'm attacked. Like,
yo, I see it.
I know. Literally, I'm on the front line doing work. And people attacking me like, yo, you're not for the community, you the boule, and you with the Lumen, all types of bullshit. So I understand the frustration. but I do this work because it comes from my heart.
That's right.
Right? So when I'm watching and I'm seeing how people utilize and they try to tear us apart, they try to divide and conquer.
Definitely.
Right? And that's what happens. And I'm watching all of these things every day, and I'm seeing how they attack Jay and they attack this, and they play the Jay and Kaepernick, and they play the Rockefeller and everybody's situation. And we got to just be a little bit smarter than that, right? Because they know how to say, well, what about this and what about this? And sometimes you just got to take a breath and just say, because we have each other's number, right? Like,
That's
so
a
when
fact.
they talk about activism and they talk about this and that, you should say, I'm gonna have a conversation with my son about that.
That's right.
Because I got that man's direct contact. That's one of my brothers. And I think that's what it is, because they definitely try to play us. They try to play us against each other. But my activism comes from what Jay has done, right? When Jay was talking about show you how to move in a room full of vultures.
That's right.
When Jay was talking about the industry straight, it need to be taken over. When he talk about, nigga, I ain't know your token, nigga. That was what said, I know hip hop has a place in activism.
That's
because
right.
I listen to Jay.
That's
Right?
right.
Because I follow Jay and Nas and those and brothers like that. So activism and hip hop is hand in hand. It's never gonna work without each other.
Definitely.
So that's why we gotta understand. And that's why when people tell me about, yo, Jay did this, and I'm like, well, y'all don't even know a lot of the shit that Jay has done for the movement. Silently.
See that, but that's why I say it's selective rage with these people, man, because they just pick him because he's the biggest target.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But all of us, my G, I could. If you want to purchase an album right now, if like physically purchase an album, I'm not talking about buy it from Apple, stream it on Tidal or Spotify. I'm talking about physical copy of an album. Where you going to go, bro?
No, and those are things that the average person doesn't know, right? So because they don't know that, it's people like us that explain that. Because I'm gonna have a conversation when they say, yo, Target, because literally we called the boycott.
Yes.
Tamika was the first person. I mean, Senator Nina Turner, Tamika, and Jamal Bryant, they was the forefront of the boycott. So when that happened and they say Jay did a deal with Target, I'm reaching out to people that's in Raw Naked because we family. So I'm
That's
like, what's
right.
going on? And they like, this ain't no exclusive deal. This is the regular place that all of the records
Music
go.
go.
Everybody's music is there.
it?
We didn't have no exclusive deal with Target. So those are messages that that's why y'all gotta utilize. That's why I'm trying to say they can't divide us.
Definitely,
Because that's what the game is. I'm telling you, they divided Malcolm X and Dr. Martin Luther King. They
Of course,
divided
yes.
Huey P. Imagine if Huey P., Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, James, all of them was together. They couldn't do nothing with them. And we in a moment right now where there's so much power. Where when you go to the Yankee Stadium and you see Jay-Z got over 40,000 people in the building, right? This is historic.
Yes.
That means that he got the ears of the people, right? And they know that we have the streets. We have the people that really on the front lines of the civil rights movement. They know that when we make a decision and we decide that, listen, we're gonna get behind the people because we work for the people. We don't.
Right.
We don't call no boycotts because the people called the Target boycott. Let's be clear. The people decided that Target was the target.
Yes.
So when people ask like, yo, why Target? Why not Google? Why not? The people decided. People said what? Black people say, yo, we spend a bunch of money in fucking Target. We damn near treat Target like it's the club.
That's a
Especially
fact.
black women. They going in there for 7 to 8 hours.
That's a
so y'all
fact.
telling us that y'all gonna take DEI away from us after all the money and the time we spending? Fuck y'all. We gonna boycott y'all because we know that we gonna directly impact it.
Exactly.
And that's why over $5 billion they lost in that.
Yeah.
So when niggas ask why, it's because we knew that we can impact that. We can't boycott. There's no boycott in history has ever been successful boycotting everybody. So there has to be a direct target. When you talk about boycotts, the Montgomery boycott, they boycotted one place. There was a bunch of places that was racist against black people,
That's
but now
right.
they say, yo, we're gonna direct all this energy in one place. And they was able to move the needle and make the motherfucking the boycott, the Montgomery bus company say, look, y'all ain't getting on the back of the bus. No more.
That's right.
So everything is a strategy, and we understand that, and that's why we need to utilize y'all. Like when we come to y'all and be like, yo, listen, this is going on. We need something to be amplified. We need you to get up here and say some shit. The same way we got to piggyback. We can't let these people trick us because that's what they've been doing for years. They divide and conquer. Oh, he think this and this is his ideology. And y'all beefing with each other. Nah, we not beefing with each other.
No.
Nah, we got one of the biggest hip hop artists in the world who've been funding this movement, who've been behind this movement, silently doing shit for this movement for years. We not gonna let y'all separate us, even if we don't agree on everything, because we humans.
Exactly.
Nigga,
We're not supposed to agree on everything.
I don't agree with my best friend. Me and my mother used to have arguments.
That's right, because
Me
you're
and my
not
best
supposed
friends
to.
have
It's not
arguments,
human
and
nature.
But what we understand that we trying to get blacks to the places we supposed to be.
That's right.
And that's where we intersect at. So I'm not letting y'all trick us out of
that.
that.
And you saying that's why I love the movement you have, Boycott Black Murder.
That's right.
Because I believe we are our biggest enemy.
At some point.
Like, we are, bro. Like, it's like me, like, just off of hip hop. I'm going to keep it hip hop. I'm not even going to dive deep into the streets with us because that's a whole nother wormhole. But just in hip hop, right? If you look at all these platforms and everybody who has a podcast, streaming network, or whatever you want to call it, or whatever they call themselves, all they do all day is shoot at each other. You go from one, it's on this one, it's on that one, and if this one drop an album, it's critique them. Yo, this young boy, this nigga too old, this nigga young, he can't do it. No platform is bigging up our culture, but they'll say hip-hop is dying.
But why do you think that is? Tell me what you think it is.
I don't know. What I believe it is just natural instinct from what they believe the culture generation before them was. Because our generation, like, think about it, the J Nas, you know what I mean, Cash Money, No Limit, Never Linked Up, the you know what I mean? Like, it was a lot of separation thing. I think the only link up back then really was the Hard Knock Life tour. You know what I'm saying? Other than that, and what was that? The Smoke, the Dr. Dre and them tour, Smoke, but that was more of the Up in Smoke tour. That was more of the Death Row Records tour or what they were. But back then it was no, what you would call it, like we didn't click up, we didn't link up, we didn't collaborate a lot. So I think the youth now and the streamers took that energy from music and put it on these platforms to where they just spread. Instead of rapping, I don't fuck with niggas or fuck these niggas, it's being said now, and they dividing artists. I think they divided fan bases, bro.
They did, but
it's like,
but you got to think about this, and I'm not saying I disagree with you, but just even, and then I'm gonna bring it back to Jay, because Jay said, truthfully, I want to rhyme like common sense. I sold 5 mil. I ain't rhyme like common sense. And the reality is that we live in a culture where the algorithm don't push the positivity when we pushing each other together. If you not shooting at somebody else, it don't go viral. You do not see a viral clip of somebody celebrating somebody else or somebody bigging somebody else. What podcast do you see that's positive, that's amplifying other people, that's bringing up and amplifying people that's going viral? They don't. The clips that go viral ain't even Nori's podcast, right? Nori be up there, and he the first thing he do is, I'm bringing you up there with your flowers. I want to give you your flowers. They don't show that part. They show when he having a conversation and the person is saying that they had a conflict with somebody else. That's this culture that they created. They made it so that you cannot financially benefit off of nothing in our culture unless there is some conflict.
I don't think that's
so tell me,
true.
So
I
tell
don't
me
think that's true. Because this platform, ROC Solid, we don't bash no one here.
But I'm just trying to say, okay, do you think that you get the same views as somebody that's bashing somebody?
No, hell no.
And that's what I'm trying to say.
Hell no. It ain't. I don't even get a third of the views.
So that's what I'm saying. So, if you was up here controversial saying, yo, these niggas, you'll be going viral
doing
every
triple
day,
the numbers,
because that's what they want to see. And it's not even. I don't think it's our nature. We don't want to beef with niggas.
No.
You think we want to sit around and beef with niggas? I don't want to have no. And that's why my podcast is steadily just doing what it does, because we don't sit up there and promote negativity.
Exactly.
We promote how blacks gonna move, how Latinos and us should be together. All of these things.
And that's my thing. I try to give out game to the youngins. Like, if any youngins or even people my age that feel like, because you never too old to get it right. You know what I'm saying? So I made mistakes, so I try to be here and be transparent as possible with people and let them know, like, nobody's perfect. I definitely wasn't. You know what I'm saying? And I made mistakes. These is the moves we made to correct them, and this is what I'm into. So I use this platform definitely to uplift not only my hip-hop partners and my peers, but just like the community, because I want these niggas to understand, like, I don't have to hate you to get money. That's where I think it's confusion, where they think because you making all the money right now, for me to get bread, I gotta target you. And that's not, bro, they burn money every year. They print and burn money every year.
But the average person, they don't see where the positive is beneficial. And that's what I had this conversation.
I see it because I see it with you.
But you know
I see it with
is?
D1.
But listen, D1, even though D1 is controversial, is because he's going at somebody else. Right? Even though it's positive, he's saying that this person right here is saying negative. So they promote the beef. They're not really promoting that he's positive, because when he just saying, yo, we need to change what we doing in hip hop, this and that, if he don't say a name that's attached to it, it ain't nothing. And unfortunately, he realizes that. Yeah. And that's what happens. And a lot of people say it to themselves, damn, I've been trying to do it the right way a long time. So let me just pick up a beat. I got dudes who built their whole life on YouTube talking about me. I never never had a conversation, but just because they built a website or whatever and decided they was gonna talk about me, people tune in every week. And it's the strangest shit to me. But that's what the culture has celebrated, because that's where the money is the fact that you got niggas like academics and them that do nothing but talk about people, and they literally have been rated the top hip hop. What the fuck he ever did in hip hop? Just think about how funny that is.
Yo, I feel you.
That's crazy to me. We was born in hip hop. Like, we was bred.
Yes.
I went from battles in the park. I battled DMX. I battled anybody you name. You know, nigga, we had to go through the trenches. I know everything about hip hop from the 80s. That man don't know nothing about hip hop I don't know. But he could get on a platform and just talk and create beef with niggas, and they say that he dictates what hip hop is. So that's what I'm saying. We in a fucked up place, bro.
If that's what dictates hip hop, boy, we are in a fucked up place.
That's what it is.
Because I ain't gonna lie. I see the clips of Act. I really don't pay attention. Some of them are entertaining. Some of them I do listen to. I'm not gonna lie. The young nigga is entertaining sometimes.
Of course, because
when he talking that hood gang shit, I don't get in that, because that's not his life. So I don't like when niggas promote something they don't know nothing about.
But only clips you see is when he's talking about somebody else.
No,
it's never a clip you see where he's just giving you a
like,
positive.
I like his clips where he breaking down the music.
Yeah, but he's breaking down the music, and he always be like, well, this is not that good, and that person is this good, and he can't compete with that, because he always needs some conflict for the clips to go viral. And they figured that out.
I'm not defending Act. Don't I don't want nobody to take that the wrong way, because I want to have a sit down with him the way he shoot at my team too. I want to have that. Wow.
I don't even want to sit down.
But listen, but this is my thing, right? But I think the people like academics, Whack 100, a lot of people might not understand them and get their message. The Charleston Whites, to me, they're needed, bro. They're needed. They're the new generation. Wendy Williams, Star and Buck Wild, Miss Jones. It's the same thing. They were just on the airwaves.
But I don't think it's the same, because even when you talk about,
we weren't gang members back then, bro. But they was talking about all the negativity that was going on in music. But they was talking about
positivity too, though. There was a balance.
Yeah, I give you.
You know what I'm saying? There's no I had this conversation with Flip. I said, Flip, tell me one thing positive that Act has done for hip hop. Just one. Tell me one interview, anything, one positive thing. Show me one positive clip.
See, I don't follow the kids, so
but that's what I'm saying.
I can't be like, yo, he did this. I watch. Like I said, I'm a clip watcher.
I'm just asking you, when you watch it, you'll see him break down the album. Yeah. But I'm talking about something positive. If you a millionaire and you ain't even never throw a barbecue in the hood and give kids no pencils, right? You tell niggas you got 20 million, I made this money. You ain't give kids no pencils in the hood.
But is he from a hood?
That's what he say. He say he from Jersey. You have not even from the hood. You ain't say, yo, you know what? We're gonna do something positive. We're gonna promote somebody. We're gonna do something on the strength. Like, I want to see. I think for me, right, I'm at a stage in my life where I've seen so many different things, and I understand what the average person is dealing with in our communities, and I know how they grab onto bullshit if that's all you give them.
Because it's entertaining, man. TV is trash, so this is the new TV.
That's the new entertainment. You know what I mean? Cool niggas are streaming all day. Like, AB and getting. I'm happy to see AB changing his life. Right?
Yeah, yo.
Right, I'm watching AB, and I'm rooting for AB to be AB.
But listen, that nigga better loan me his trainer for 2 months. Because how the fuck that nigga lost that stomach in 1 week?
Like, he out there with Zab. You see Zab. Zab ain't got no
Zab
body.
never been fat.
That's what
Come
I'm saying.
on.
He don't got no body fat. But that's what I want to see. I'm so angry that all we promote is degeneracy in our culture, bro. Like, because we way better than that.
That's
shit.
a fact.
And I hated that fact that we had to watch AB drunk every day, looking crazy, because that man was a champion.
But people watching him clean up, and I love that part.
I want. That's what I
love
want.
that they watching him get right and get back. Because I'm watching. I didn't watch the drunk part. I'm tuning into this. That nigga doing everything.
I was
a
fan of the boxer. Like that man was seriously a great boxer.
That's a fact.
So they wanted to, and I'm glad he's switching the table. But that's what I want to see.
Yes,
I want to see us start promoting the positivity.
I had Chubby Chub up here, like that.
Shout out
You
to
know,
Chub. Yes,
like
Chub lost mad weight.
I call him DJ Diesel.
Exactly.
Like, and I'm like, nigga, you ain't document none of this.
You got
he said no.
No, he should have. He should have.
Like, that's the shit we got to put in the community. That we better take care of ourselves.
But the thing is, who's gonna promote it? Right? We don't even got our own platforms or nothing to where black beneficial power
and that's
excellence
the thing.
Is promoted. Where's that at?
And think, we tried. When Jay tried to launch Tidal, everybody bashed him, killed him for that.
Yo, listen, that's part of the game. He knows heavy is the head that wears the crown.
Of course,
he knows, because the thing is, you're doing something different. You're going against the structure. The white people own everything.
That's a fact.
How you think that you're going to take all of your black star power and bring all of them? Nah, hell no. We going to do everything we possibly can to deter that.
But that's the thing right there. Us as a community, right? If we know that, then why we won't all rally behind each other and push that narrative so we could change it? Because
a lot of us are just followers of the structure, right? And what happens is there are not enough of us that's willing to just keep on going. And because I say that
a lot of people quit in life, period.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, a lot of people quit in life, period.
Right? When we talk about, I don't know this, and I'm gonna keep it real. I don't know no black leader that we had that at some point they didn't say was a sellout. Not one.
That's a fact.
And so I said,
they said Jesse Jackson. Rest in peace, everybody.
Every person that fought for us was a sellout. And then you know what I started paying attention to? So God bless his dad. One of my mentors, Harry Belafonte, right? And I don't think too many people ever say he sold out, but I watched him transition for the last 10 years of his life. And then they put out a documentary of him. Mm-hmm. And they showed about 4 decades of him, right? Like, and I watched him just age, and he had this energy. Like, he was grabbing the young activists, like, yo, we got to find the agenda. We got to be out there fighting. Y'all out there protesting. This is how you got to do it. He was teaching them. And then every generation, he lost a little bit of energy. Because it was like, this is the same shit over and over.
Yeah.
Like, are we on a treadmill? Like, these niggas ain't going to really let us get nowhere. And that's what starts happening. You got people that be fighting, and then you be like, what the fuck am I fighting for? Because the same people I'm fighting for is trying to kill me. And then you say, fuck that. You know what? I'm going to go over here, make sure me and my family is good. Cool. And then once you do that, they going to say, you sold out. No, my nigga. So, even when he talk about all shots, I ain't going to mean to cut you off.
No,
the man got locked up over 50 times. He did a bunch of times in jail, got shot, all types of shit. Nobody talks about that. They just call him in. You don't realize all the shit he sacrificed. The average nigga never sacrificed.
Like Muhammad Ali, that's what I respect too.
Nobody understands that. And I be like, damn, you sit there and call a nigga a sellout that you didn't do 1% of what he did for our people.
So let me ask you, with that being said, how you feel about the Kaepernick slander that they give Jay with dealing with the NFL? Because to me, let me just tell you, my point of view and my perspective, not like I spoke
this might go viral.
Not like I spoke to Jay. I didn't hear this from Jay. We don't talk about this. These are not his words. So don't think that. This is my opinion.
Yeah.
If your choice is I'm going to make this movement, and that choice cost you your job, right? And then an artist that you don't know, didn't grow up with, don't own you, no allegiance, nothing, come and take a deal with the NFL, however it went down, I don't know, I'm not in the meetings. But to change the halftime, the narrative of black culture, whatever they was pushing their agenda, you know what it was, probably more than me. But my thing is, if your teammates didn't follow you, why should Jay have to follow you? Why is he wrong? They continued to play and still play to this day. But because Jay do a halftime show, he's wrong.
So let me give you my perspective from the inside.
Okay.
Right? So that your perspective is a perspective. I don't know if I would exactly agree with that to the fullest extent, but I'm giving you from the inside, right? So when the whole Kaepernick thing first started, my organization was one of the first organizations to protest with Kaepernick. Like, we went to the NFL, had a big protest outside the NFL downtown.
The headquarters.
We was at the headquarters. Like, we spearheaded all of that. We was on the emails with Kaepernick. Like, I was frontline. I'm with Cap T-shirts.
I remember all that.
Boycotting the NFL. Like, I was to the point where there was a time, like when they was doing the Super Bowl and the battle rappers, these is my niggas. They did a commercial for the NFL. Like, they all was battle rapping and they all did shit. And these is my niggas. And I went online, it's like, yo, y'all niggas really selling us out. We boycott the NFL, and yet they really paid y'all to do this. And K-Shine, who was my man, me and him almost got into a situation in a club. We in a strip club, and he walked up to me like, yo, you attacking her? And we face to face. I'm like, my nigga, this is what we doing. And he like, nah, but we don't know nothing about that. I'm a nigga from the hood just trying. And I said, I have to respect that. And I love you. And we had both our teams together. And we had to say, nah, this shit ain't like that. This is my brother. But it caused tension. So I was really in this shit for real.
That's right.
So we going back and forth, and we trying to boycott this and that. I see Jay come in. He got the Kaepernick jersey. He front and center with it. One day, Kaepernick stopped answering niggas' phone calls. We on the line, like, we planned the next action. We on the email. They like, yo, Kaepernick is not answering nobody's emails no more. He done left the group chats.
Damn.
And niggas is like, what do you mean?
Yeah, I don't know nothing about none of this.
This is what I'm saying. This I'm telling you this for a fact. I know this for a fact. So I'm like, what you mean he left it? Like, we don't know. And this happened for weeks. Like, you can ask top activists. A lot of them don't say nothing, but a lot of them know this shit happened.
Damn.
So I'm like, what you mean he left the group chat? They like, nah, he just went silent on us. And then next thing you know, we seen Kaepernick has a settlement. He got a settlement. They say he signed the NDA. And I'm like, he didn't tell us? He didn't. So you saying that we did all of this shit? That niggas sacrificed and beefing with other niggas and we doing all this shit, and a nigga we sacrificed for just disappeared from the movement and didn't even notify us to say, yo, look, I'm gonna take this. Because you got the right to take the settlement.
That's right.
Nigga, this is your job. Like, everybody say, yo, he took a settlement for, and he should have took a settlement because they owed him his money.
That's right.
But he owed us, the people that sacrificed with him, the right and just the heads up to say, this is what we doing. This shit is, because we can't for a movement for you without you.
No, hell no. I can't fight. I can't fight for you.
For you, if you can't say no, you not saying you can't. Even if you don't want to say no, whatever it is, we can't fight.
That's right.
You the face of this shit. Because we need to be able to be at the press conference with you saying we got Kaepernick here and we standing with him, and the NFL need to do him right.
That's right.
So now we don't even got the evidence that you got that they said that they colluded and did this shit. You can't even present that to the public no more. You can't even expose the NFL for the shit they did wrong. So how can we help you? And you left us in the fucking trenches with nothing. So now I'm saying to I swear to God, I'm like, y'all serious? Like, this happened? Ask Charlamagne to tell you. It's niggas will tell you that this literally happened. And I was so confused. So when Jay did, I'm like, well, niggas got to figure out how do we salvage some of this shit to where we just ain't left in the trenches with nothing.
Exactly.
Because if you put your face and your capital, your celebrity capital on the line to stand with a nigga, and he just
disappear
into thin air,
you got to make a move.
How am I mad at him for saying, okay, fuck that, we gonna get something out of this?
That's right.
Right? Black people gonna get something out of this because we didn't do all of this, all this way for him to just take a settlement, and we didn't get nothing like that because I didn't think that's what it was about. And even if that was about, tell us that's what it's about,
fact.
so we could fall back.
And
you
now,
understand what I'm saying?
I'm glad.
And that's for me. And it's like, and I knew this for years, and I keep hearing niggas say this. I'm like, yo, niggas didn't snake. Kaepernick left us in the trenches, bro.
That's great. I'm glad you
This was
said this.
he was the general of the army and left the fucking army in the trenches.
On the front line.
And I dare nigga to tell me I'm lying. This is on my kids. I dare nigga to tell me I'm lying. And that shit hurt me because and I still love what he does to this day, bro. He got the I know your rights. And I'm not saying anything against what he sacrificed. Even he just paid for the young boys' autopsy, all these things. I love what he does, but I just don't like this narrative that niggas did dirty by him when he literally left. And if that's what you wanted to do, I'm just saying I would have never did that.
That's right.
I just would have never left niggas that followed me and was willing to sacrifice for me, because you sacrificed.
That's right, 100%.
So if I sacrifice, if I see you sacrificing and I decide that I'm gonna sacrifice with you, I'm gonna at least say, yo, look, yo, we're gonna take the settlement. I'm not gonna be able to say nothing.
Give you the heads up.
Give me a heads up, nigga. To this day, there's never been a conversation, and he act like he mad with everybody else, and I'm so confused with that shit, bro. No, for real. I'm being honest. That shit bothers me to this day, and I got love for the man because the way he sacrificed. When I was watching that man kneel at them games, and I knew he was taking all that shit, I was like, yo, I'm riding with him. I don't give a fuck what I got to lose. I don't care. I love NFL, but I'm not watching that shit. I'm not buying that shit. I'm not fucking with niggas that that's how I ride. If I ride with you, I'm riding with you. So for you to leave us like that shit just didn't make sense to me. And I'm just tired of the narrative that keep getting spread that niggas did this to Cap. That didn't happen, bro.
I'm glad you explained that, because they was trying to crucify me. Like, I did the morning show with Mero and them on Hot 97. I forgot the female name. You remember her name, Chicho? God bless me, beautiful, but you still beautiful. But she tried to crucify me with the Cap shit. Like,
was it his wife?
No, it wasn't Nessa. I know Nessa. Shout out Nessa. I knew Nessa before she became his wife. I had, you know what I mean, met her before. But I'm glad you brought some light to it, some insight to it, rather. Yeah. Not even light, because they've been crucifying Jay like as if he went to the NFL and told them, yo, move homie out the way. I got this.
No, I didn't like.
And the play didn't happen like that.
What I would say is that I think he could have phrased the "we done kneeling" shit better. Like I had that conversation with Dez. I said, look, bro, the done kneel, like he didn't have to say that. He could have just said, look, listen, Kaepernick is here. He done what he doing. We're just trying to move and do something else. You know, we're trying to provide a different situation. But the done kneel, and it just came across as like you said. And that's it.
Just like
and I can say I disagree with that.
Bro, I could disagree with many things Jay says. It's just like when I just slipped up and said, man, fuck activist. Like,
yeah.
I'm pretty sure what he meant wasn't how it was taken.
But that's what I'm saying.
You feel me?
And we got to give our people enough grace to think that. But the problem is that we don't give our people no grace.
No.
We don't look at the resume in totality. Right? We just look at, it's just like if a nigga got 5 championships and he lose that one game and nigga like, that nigga's a bum.
Yeah, he a
it's
bum.
Like, bro, I'm a bum. I just want 5. I got 5 chips. You forgot them chips over there.
Yep.
That's how it is. Nigga, you just as good as your last moment.
But that's just our culture, bro. I believe that's just in our community, because we the only culture that you're guilty even after you're proven innocent, my nigga. Like, even after you're proven innocent, you're still guilty.
Another reason why, because we don't control the narrative. We don't control our own narrative. They get to control what gets pushed to the people. They control the media. Like, we got a president that does what the fuck he wants. This nigga is the biggest scammer in the world.
Yo.
And they'll tell you, but I've never seen no shit like that.
Yo, but listen,
he literally scamming in front of you like, listen.
But I'm gonna be honest.
I know you're gonna be honest.
I'm not Republican. I'm not Democrat. But you gotta respect it, man. He a New York nigga. He snatching that bag right now. If you put a hustler if you put one of my Marcy niggas in that office, they gonna do the same thing.
But they couldn't do the same thing, because if a black or Spanish nigga try to do that shit,
you've
been in jail the first day. Like, you've been in jail the first day. So that's what I'm saying. I would respect it if you was telling me that we could do that. If you saying, yo, look, this shit is easy. Everybody can do it. Give us the same playing field.
Yeah.
Then I'm cool with it.
But
nah, y'all can't keep controlling the playing field. Y'all get to control who gets this. Y'all can get to control what message gets put out. Y'all get nah, my nigga. That's what white supremacy does. And And a lot of us don't even understand why it's playing. Oh, we ain't no fucking white people.
Yo, I don't like people that say it's no racism. Like
it doesn't
like
even
it don't
sense.
exist. Like it don't exist. You fucking kidding me? I deal with it every day.
Every day.
Every day,
Every
bro.
day. And it's like, you know what I'm saying? So that's what it is. And it's like, and that's why I understand where we are and understand that we don't have the time to be beefing.
Right.
I'm not, unless you somebody
Effective.
like that I could say that you've never done nothing positive and I don't know what you add, I'm not beefing with another black Hispanic. I'm
cool.
Nigga,
if it don't affect my family or my money.
If it's not affecting the bottom line
Nope.
of the culture, if you're not doing some shit that's directly is going to impact us in a negative way, you might say some shit different than I say. Like, just like when you said what you said, I said, let me hit Bleek.
Yeah, exactly.
Because that's my man. I ain't going online and say, yo, what? Bleek trying to say, nigga, you're not going to get that from me.
Because you know me and we knew each other over 30 years. You know that's not what I meant.
So
that's not how I feel. I love my people. I want to see us win,
They
bro.
can't wait. You know how many people just kept sending me that shit? So what I'm supposed to do, go up there and bash Bleek. I'm supposed to go up there and say,
they're going to have to send you this one now.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Because
they're going to have to send you this one now.
But we so quick to do that.
That's right.
That we don't do that.
Now we need to be quick to do this.
Even when Jay did so I'm inside the stadium when he's talking about the Target shit, right? So knowing that we did the Target boycott, and he like, is it this or that? Niggas can't wait for him. So niggas hit me like, so what you gonna say? He talking about the Target, the boycott. How you feel about that? I said, well, I don't agree with what he said, but I still love Jay.
That's right.
And I can disagree with Jay. And I actually wrote a letter to Jay.
You don't have to agree with everything.
I don't have to agree. And that's what I'm trying to say. I don't have niggas like, yo, you can't talk. Nigga, I don't have a relationship with a nigga that I can't disagree with.
That's a fact.
I'm a grown adult man.
That's a fact.
I got
we ain't
children,
living
nigga. I've never had to bite my tongue to nobody. There's nobody that's above reproach and above critique to me. And if I love you, I'm going to tell you that because I want you to be better.
Well, even if it hurts you.
Even if it hurts you. And even if you disagree with me. And we can have a disagreement and I can still love you.
Hashtag non-dependent. My bad.
Yo,
My bad.
I ain't got nothing to do with that. That's y'all situation because I love all y'all.
Yo, you set it up.
Nah,
but my bad. I just had to hashtag
but
that.
I wish that y'all could fix that too because I don't even know where that shit come from. And you know what it is?
Me neither. I just answer.
That's another thing, right? When I watch the 50 and J shit, because it's 50 and J shit, right? I'm going to say it that way. It's because they've taught our culture that can only be one person at the top. So I gotta shoot at you.
Remember, our culture is the living example of Ricky Bobby.
But that's what
if you ain't number one, if you ain't number one, you number two or some shit. Ricky Bobby.
And it's so crazy because these are two fucking icons that did they shit and both did it their own way. They both moving,
both successful.
Nigga, imagine both of them at Yankee Stadium. Imagine them both.
I don't think it'll happen, but I could just imagine. Yeah.
Imagine them niggas doing some shit in New York. Like, that's what it is, bro. They taught our culture that only one person can be at the top, and I gotta shoot at you, and I gotta shoot at you, and we can't be friends because the people need to see that conflict. And the minute that they think that we mended the thing, then there's no more use to pay attention to.
This is the thing, though, Mice. I watched the G-Unit movement from the beginning to where they are now. And they doing the television thing, got the lyric, they got the spirits just like us doing their thing. Bro, I never watched a man pocket a day in my life. I never cared how you paid your bills or why, just long as you did. That's all that matters to me. So for a person to sit there and wonder how I pay my bills on the strength of whoever, bro, I gotta speak on that.
I'm not saying you. I'm saying you're a grown man. You're supposed to speak on and defend yourself and not deal with. You don't have to tolerate disrespect. I'm just saying, why is it the disrespect? Like I want to get to the root, right? Because it ain't really. Y'all don't have no beef. So crazy? Ain't nobody shoot nobody. Ain't nobody kill nobody. It's what's so crazy? It's some shit that was created to keep people separated, especially keep our people separated.
Like I told you, I sit down on this couch. I sat down on this couch with many people that we disagree with, went to war with, had problems. I spoke to Jim, Cam. I got mad people up here. Bro, I invited Uncle Murder here. Before all this shit happened, remember me and Uncle Murder got a relationship. Exactly. I invited him here. He denied it. Tony Yayo know he could come up here and have a man-to-man conversation with me anytime he want. I'm never gonna deny that, and we could settle whatever. But it's not no beef. I'm not looking for niggas. Definitely that. So
it's not even. I think it's like I said. It's a conflict that comes from just status and feeling like it can only be one number one. Like I never felt like that, and I'm so mad that our culture pushes that shit.
Yeah,
bro.
It's whack. It's whack.
I'm so mad.
I agree.
That's why
I participated.
Yo, my best moment was watching Jay and Nas come on that stage.
Yo,
bro.
yeah, I ain't gonna lie, that was fire.
Even though the day 3 was crazy, just watching all of the fucking. Yeah. But that moment right there, my nigga, I literally had a tear in my eye.
Yeah, nah, that was hip hop.
I was sitting next to Joe.
That was hip hop.
Fat Joe, we was in Joe's fucking suite, and I looked at Joe. Fat me looked at each other. And you know how Joe, he was like, oh!
Yeah.
And I was like, yo, my nigga, this is Jay-Z and Nas.
Nas on stage.
And that's what this shit is supposed to be. Like, these niggas come from the trenches.
That's right.
They ad-libbing for each other.
It could be too.
They rapping on each other beats, nigga, and they know they niggas know that in their own perspectives, they are great.
That's right.
And they don't feel they come to the point in understanding, like, nigga, I can be great along with you being great.
That's a fact. It's enough. Like I said, it's enough money out here. It's enough room for
and
us. Enough
doing
money.
Thing, bro.
That's a fact.
Nas is doing entrepreneur shit, casinos.
They even tried to battle them with the casinos.
Yeah, because that's what they wanted. They can't wait to pit us against each other.
Yo, this shit is crazy. No matter what you do, they going, yo. So what's next for you, my G? What's the next move for my guy?
Well, you know, I'm doing a lot of activism. Shout out to the mayor of New York. You know, I was working with him on his
shout out to home
transition team.
That's word. I forgot you was with the mayor running around. Yeah,
working on criminal justice reform and also community safety. So I really just want to. What I want to do is create centers, like not even schools, but centers for young at-risk young boys, right? Because a lot of our kids don't want to go to school.
That's a fact.
They want careers, right? So I want to have them centers to where you got career training, you know, teaching them how to do anything they want. You got sports in there, you got mentors in there, to where it's a home, a space to where they can come and they feel comfortable. Because I realized some shit with my 10-year-old. I was taking when he was, I think he was 8 or 9. I was taking him to school, and he just started crying randomly. I'm like, "What the fuck are you crying for?" And he's like, "Cause I don't want to go to school." I said, "Why you don't want to go?" He said, "Because I don't really learn in school." I said, He said they want me to sit down. I learn off the world. I learn off just being outside, the energy, just seeing different things, and they just want me to sit in this chair and be quiet all day. And and that's not how I feel comfortable. And that's how most of it. I never felt comfortable like learning like that.
And that's crazy you say that. I went to a center as a kid like that when I used to go visit my grandmoms in Brownsville called the BRC. And you know what's crazy? As a shorty, they had the sports, the basketball, they had the baseball shit, they had the business classes in there, they had everything. And so what you talking about, it's like, word, I remember seeing shit like that as a shorty.
Like, and you got the right people in there, you got mentors, you got men like us who understand what they going to. You know, they ain't got some stiff white man trying to tell them to shut up because he don't even identify who the fuck they are. Because I remember when I was in 3rd grade, my 3rd grade teacher told me I'd be dead before I was 18.
Damn.
Look me dead in my face, you'll be dead before you was 18.
Damn.
And this white man, look, he was so serious about that shit, bro.
That's crazy.
You know what I'm saying? So if we don't got us teaching us and we don't got us, you know, mentoring us and putting us in the right direction, then we doomed to fail. So I want to create that. Like, I know it's a lot of at-risk in this energy, right? Especially these young gang members, they just got misdirected energy. These is leaders with misdirected energy. And shout out to John Hope Bryant. He said a drug dealer is just a misdirected business person. You know, he understands import, export. He understands how to negotiate. So when you show him all and you put him in the right, that's Jay showed you that.
That's right.
Even 50 showed you that.
That's
Once
right.
you took them niggas out of that element and you give them that same skill set and you put them in them corporate offices, they gonna win.
Lights
out. You know what I'm
out.
saying? So I want to be able to captivate that in these young kids early, because I have had seminars with principals is asking me, why can't we keep these young blacks? Because we young black boys have the lowest graduation rate. I already know. And they're like, why we can't keep them? Because you don't have anything that is
entertaining, that's grabbing their attention.
That's grabbing them. So I want to create that for them. Because I know what we could do when you give us out. We shouldn't have to go to jail and then figure it out and come home and be because if you give us the opportunities and you steer us in the right direction and we see how we can get there, we gonna win.
That's a fact.
If the playing field is even, we gonna win every time.
That's a fact.
You know, so that's what I really want to focus on. I'm working on some more music.
I see you be still got the bars. My pen sharp. You know what I mean?
Man, we gotta get in the studio, man. We owe that. We owe that to the
one
people,
time, right? Come on, one time, my guy. One time, man. Yo, I appreciate you.
Love,
man.
Man. You know that, man.
Always love.
Always.
Anytime you got anything to address, say my door's open. My platform is your platform.
We gotta bring you up on our platform.
Let's do it, my G.
Have some questions for you.
Yeah, she gonna drill me.
She gonna drill you.
I gotta go spar. I gotta train like Rocky in the snow, like he fighting Drago. Cause Tamika's serious.
Yeah, she gonna drill you. She gonna drill you. But yeah, man, you gotta come up.
Let's get it, my brother. Love
you,
all
King.
the time, man.
Appreciate
Love you, my brother. Keep doing your thing, man.
Always,
Boycott
man.
black
Likewise.
murder all the time.
You see
Shout out Mysonne. You know what it is.
All
Rock
we got
Solid
is us,
for
man.
life. And
Never
I
let 'em
love
divide
activism. Don't ever get it twisted.
He loved activism, so don't send me that video no more.
Exactly. Just you Jay-Z chumps. Stay out the mentions.